What's up, everybody? This is Mr. 100K a day with another episode of the biggest hater in track and field. And today I have great news, everybody. Absolutely great news. Um, I've decided to snitch on Erriyon Knighton. We're going to be going online together and reporting him to the AIU so that they can appeal USADA's decision to clear him to run at the Olympics. We want to see if we can get him banned before the Olympics comes around, before he has a chance to qualify. Well, he may qualify for the Olympics, but before the Olympics actually come around, we want to make sure he gets banned. It is my understanding that even though he was cleared by the governing body, by the by USADA, they still can AIU and USADA can still appeal it. So, based upon that, we want to make sure we get as much information out there as possible. And we want to make sure that he really does not have the opportunity to continue to poison the track and field community and cheat his way through and take an opportunity from other athletes that are doing it clean. So, um, in a second, I'm going to walk everybody through, like I've done already, and show you guys how you guys can snitch. I'm going to file the report live here on the biggest hater in track and field podcast. I'm going to do it so everybody can see it, so that you guys can see exactly how to purge track and field from drug cheats, to make sure that these guys do not get a voice, do not get an opportunity to continue operating in the sport. So before we get into it, though, I want to make sure that people understand that this beef, contaminated beef explanation, it's very, very old. This is not nothing new. This is the same thing. And what people do is they go and they find out, they go have their people test meats out, test foods out to see what contains what. So that if something happens, when stuff hits the fan, because they're taking the drugs as steroids and performance enhancers, so that if they do get caught, they have an excuse. So just for everyone, so everyone knows, Aja Wilson, as fine as she was one of the ones who got caught using drugs just a few years ago. That's how she lost her American record indoors. She used a drug called Zeranol, which she claimed it came from oxtails, and she lost her American indoor record as a result of that. So this is something that they all do. So I don't know how all of a sudden, if you get caught with the drug in your system, 3 weeks later they notify you, a month later, then all of a sudden you can just all of a sudden you have receipts, you have all this evidence that's able to exonerate you, and you're able to pinpoint exactly where it came from. I think it's a bunch of crap. And I know it's just a concocted excuse that people come up with just to, it's a fallback. Jerry and Lawson. If anybody remember this old funny looking Dennis Rodman looking boy, he did basically the same thing when he was caught a few years ago. I forgot what the name of the drug was that he got caught using, but Jerry and Lawson got suspended. He actually beat it on appeal, and he was able to get his situation overturned. And this happened just a few years ago. And he's a funny looking dude anyway. He didn't deserve to be in track and field, but they let him back. And I don't think he's been doing too well since he's come back without the drugs. Um, Will Clay. Will Clay tried the exact same thing. He got caught with a drug called clenbuterol, I believe, clenbuterol, and it's basically the same thing. I believe it's an anabolic agent. He was caught. He claimed it came up in his food, same thing, and he was able to get um his his thing overturned. He was cleared by USADA eventually. And of course, we got the most notorious one who claimed that the burrito, this snow bunny, this Neanderthal Shelby Hollowhand, whatever her name is, she also claimed the same thing: my meat, my meat, my meat. For some reason, for everybody, it's all about the meat. So listen, unless track and field athletes are just the most unluckiest people to walk the face of the earth and just happen to always be consuming these great amounts of performance enhancing drugs, steroids, and things like that, whether it's Trembolone or whatever. That's what it was. What Jerry Lawson had, Trembolone. You know, these are just the most unluckiest people on the face of the earth. Like, coincidentally, the top athletes or some of the best athletes in the world just coincidentally just happen to be eating oxtails, beefs, meats, and things like that. And they just happen to be breaking records and and doing amazing things in the coincidence, or they just happen to be going to these restaurants that's serving them food that's contaminated with these particular drugs. Listen, guys, I was born at night, but I definitely wasn't born last night. These people are cheaters. I don't care if it's Will Clay. I don't care if it's funny looking Jerry and Lawson. And I don't care if it's fine as Aja Wilson. Aja, you fine as hell, girl. And when you done running track, if I can get you pregnant, I will. Just call me. My email's in the bio, in the description. But that's besides the point. You know, the point that I'm making is that these women and men, they consistently try to break the rules and cheat their way through the track and field and take opportunities away from legitimate, track and field people who want to do it, have a clean sport. Now, whether I want it to be a clean sport or not, that's besides the point. The point is that earlier this year, just a few weeks ago, they banned for 4 years my boy Isama Zingo, who ran 983 wind data. He ran 989 legal for the country of Suriname. So, based on him getting suspended and based on the fact that he used a contamination excuse also, and I'm gonna reserve judgment on that for now. At this time, what I am going to do is I'm going to make sure that there's a consistent application of the rules. We are going to file a report right now, and we're going to be filing it on Erriyon Knighton. We're going to do it with the AIU because AIU can, like I said, they can appeal the USADA ruling. I believe that USADA just covered it up because, they say, hey, we can't embarrass this young kid. We can't embarrass this young kid. He's the best thing we have as far as youth goes on the male side. And he's also, it also looks bad when the top 100-meter guy from last year gets busted and the top 200 guy, youth guy who just broke the world junior record and did all these great things. For them to keep getting busted, this is pretty really embarrassing for track and field. It is because it shows that the youth is consistently cheating. And so soon I know so that means in the last 12 months, the 100-meter world junior record holder has been popped using drugs. The 200-meter world junior record holder and the guy who's been the fastest of all time has just been popped using drugs. So that's Erriyon Knighton, and I hope he gets AIU appeals it and or WADA appeals it, and of course they come down on him and ban him from the Olympics. But this is showing a pattern. So now we just have Quincy Wilson, who's at the Olympic trials and just ran 44.66 yesterday. And he's 16 years old. So just from what I know, and if we just use history as an indicator of how things are going to progress on this, I'm willing to bet my bottom dollar that Quincy Wilson is out there trying to be slick too. But I'm gonna reserve judgment right now. I'm gonna wait till he gets popped. That's when I'm gonna make a big video about it, and we're gonna laugh at him. But for the sake of what's going on right now, it's important that we report. I file a report with AIU. This is the Athletic Integrity Unit's website, guys. And I'm going to be filing a report. So I'm gonna walk you guys through how you guys can go on through. This is file a report right here on the right-hand side. And we are going to make sure we file a report on Erriyon Knighton because we're not buying this contaminated meat excuse. I'm sorry. I just can't believe that all these track and field athletes just happen to end up at the wrong spot eating, and they got receipts for the days they went. And it's just, I know it's just a pre-planned BS excuses they came up with, but that's why I'm going to do all I can to put a stop to it because like I said, I want integrity in the sport. So this is the form. I'm going to file it right now, and I'm going to let you guys assist me. Well, I'm not going to let anybody assist me. I'm just going to walk it through and let you guys watch what I do. So it said, what do you want to tell us? So I'm going to type this up. I want to report Erriyon Knighton to you guys. He has tested positive for a steroid and it was not and USADA has cleared him to compete at the Olympic trials. They found no fault in his positive test. I know this to be false. And it is a part of a bigger oper- operation that these athletes engage in to cover up their drug use. Okay. That's what I want to tell them. So I want to make sure they investigate. Okay. To engage in to cover up their drug use. Okay. So I got that, guys. So who is involved? Erriyon Knighton is involved. And make sure he's involved. But I suspect his coach and nutrition is are involved also. Please investigate them all. Where did this take place? I have to look. I believe he's training in Florida. So I'm gonna put Florida. It took place. He got caught in the out of competition test. So this is the usual pattern, guys. They're getting caught in out of competition tests oftentimes because they're using these drugs out of competition to boost them up for training. Then they go to compete and they're in really good shape and really strong as a result of the muscle, the strength, and everything that they get and the advantages they get from using these drugs. So this is why most of them are getting caught in out of competition tests. So additional information. Okay, and in additional information, there are several athletes who have used and are using the quote unquote contaminated beef contaminated beef excuse to use performance enhancing drugs and get away with it when they are when they test positive. Please appeal USADA decision to allow him to compete. Please suspend him ASAP and ruin his Olympic dreams. Thank you. Okay. More about me. I'm gonna put my name in. My name is Mr. 100K a day. Mr. 100K a day. Yeah, we got to put cases on these guys. I can't let this slide. I'm not gonna put yeah, I will put my email address. I will put my email address and no, I'm not gonna put my email address. You know what? Yes, I'm going to receive an email with my subscription. Put my email address on there. I'm not going to put my phone number and I'm not going to attach any files. So, guys, this is how we're doing it. We're going to put we put all the information on there and we want to make sure that it's all accurate. Boom, boom, boom. Yes. Erriyon Knighton. All right. So yeah, guys, that's it. That's it. We're putting this in. We reported it. Look, I'm putting it in. I'm submitting it right now for everybody to see. Great. Great. It's my web form. This is how we report these guys. We're reporting it. We're gonna crack down on Erriyon Knighton and cheats like him trying to get away with this. Erriyon, just to let you know, we coming for you, boy. We coming for you. We coming for you. We know what you did last summer, and we coming for you. So, with that being said, this is another episode of the biggest hater in track and field. We have just reported Erriyon Knighton to the Athletics Integrity Unit, begging for them to appeal USADA's decision to allow him to compete. The sooner we get him out of the sport, the better. Yes, you're 20 years old, you just started, and it's just about to end as soon as it started. We want a 4-year suspension for you. 4 years. 4 years. Grand opening, grand closing. Thank you very much. And I'm going to catch y'all later. Peace.